Hey everybody, this is Jasmine beaming in from Australia to this beautiful Pranic festival being held again in Romania. We are living in the most interesting times, a time you could say of restriction, a time of revelation, a time of self-care, a time of care for others, a time of compassion, a time of choice. This choice is so interesting because in order to choose wisely, we have to know what's available, what's possible. And so for the last nearly 50 years, for me, I've been interested in the magnificence of this human design. And yes, this was stimulated at a very young age by hearing such things like the kingdom of heaven is within you and all the things that those in the Christed line that I was subjected to as a child in the Christian reality were sharing. For me, it was, wow, fascinating. Teach me of this. Let me experience this. So it's almost like we have to come into a state of willingness, being willing, being open-hearted, being open-minded, being willing to perhaps suspend belief, or suspend doubt, being willing to explore experientially and not just intellectually regarding all the wonderful things that so many have shared about for so long. And that brings us into revelation. When we can marry that beautiful, oh yes, I'm ready for more, with this, how is this possible? Is there a science? Is there proven methodology? Are there techniques? Are there steps that maybe others have taken that I myself can take? Are there extra steps to take that only I know? Because in my human design, I am designed to be so unique. So you've already heard so many different people share of their different understandings and experiences throughout this gathering. And year after year, if you've been part of this for the last few years, you'll have understood different people's sharings in a way that works for you. Some things you'll find to slide by you. Other things, it's almost like your system is sucking into itself because maybe the hairs on your arms or neck or whatever, if standing up, or there's a strong sense of, yes, that's truth for me. And I love this journey of self-exploration. I love this journey of honest assessment, to be able to say, I feel there's more, as I did when I was young. I feel there's more. I've been saying to friends recently, is more and more, I feel like I'm an alien on this planet because I am connected to this whole grid, like an energy cloak of such potential, almost like this painting of this tribal divine feminine who is embracing in her arms this little planet Earth that's behind the statue of the meditator there. I feel like I've come in to this planet with many others, probably many of you here, with such a strong experiential knowing of a very different system of operation. a system of operation where we can and are anchored in something so nourishing. In other words, that we have explored, dropped back, open to feel more and more and more of the magnificence of our complete design. Not just this tip of the iceberg self that represents the ego personality with the cultural conditionings, the gender biases, all of that. Because that's very mesmerizing, as we all know. But we've gone beyond. We were in the heart. We were sensing, following intuitively that there was this call, this knowing there was more. And then in the dropping back into the more, through lifestyle, through day-to-day choices, we become more associated with, more merged with another part of ourselves that we surprisingly found over time began to just vibrate us in such a different way that we became hunger-free on all levels. And when that began to happen to me, or did happen in 1993, it was a shock. I just didn't realize, as day after day and week after week and month after month went by, where my body had stopped having any physical hunger. And my emotional body was a bit hungry, because it was hungry to understand what was going on. My mental body too, but also my emotional body had to go through this disassociation process almost regarding the pleasure of taking physical food as fuel. For me, it was easier, I think, because I always saw it just like that, as fuel. It was fuel for my body. It wasn't a huge pleasure game. I think in 1993, I was around 36. And for a long time, I'd been playing with rhythms of energy through my body and had come to find that I function better mentally and physically to do all the things I was doing as a busy mum and having a career at that time, that I functioned better on a very light diet, vegan, mainly raw, tiny bits of dairy, but very rare. And so food to me, physical food, had become a fuel, just a way of selecting very refined fuel. And so the conversion, when I went pranic, when the body went pranic, it was almost like a natural flow on. And my whole body was almost like sighing in relief, going, yay, my master has remembered my magnificence and what I'm hardwired to do. My master, meaning the essence that is running the whole system and breathing it, is awake. That part, that pure essence for me, after years and years of meditation, of feeling food, feeling the food of love, feeling the food of deep peace, feeling the food of absolute relaxation and surrender back into another frequency pulsation every time I disengage from the physical world and close my eyes and just let go. Let go association with this external world reality. Let go of looking for anything outside of myself. Letting go to trust the wisdom of not just the Christian teachings, but all the spiritual traditions that were saying how important silence, stillness, and even solitude are to recalibrate a human system, and how so much can be revealed when we take the time to unhook from this busy, physical, external world reality and just open to the more, to what else is there, the more subtle vibrations. So for me, this mental food that began to nourish me of this infinite wisdom that we all can access. And so for me, this last 3 decades has been about education, to share with people that yes, we have available to us a never-ending source of the purest nourishment, of limitless emotional food, real emotional food that will satiate us in ways we couldn't even imagine. That is completely independent of our interactions with each other or anything going on in this external world, that we have available to us the most beautiful, limitless supply of mental food that will answer all our questions and give us insights that are just so perfect for us, where we constantly are in, yes, that's truth for me. Yes, that's truth for me. Yes, that's truth for me. And allowing us to create a model of reality using this incredible intellect that sets us free. So source feeding to me, and that's what I like to share, the words I use in the Embassy of Peace. I don't use the word breatharian. It has too many limited realities. It's like they breathe, that's all. It's like, no, we don't. We actually revibrate ourselves, recalibrate ourselves through our day-to-day lifestyle to just relax back into a much bigger, much more nourishing energy pool that is part of the magnificence of this human design, so that this vast, loving, vibrational benevolence that is pure wisdom, pure love, pure everything, can recalibrate us back into the experiential truth of knowing who we really are, so that we can know and feel true freedom while also maintaining physical form. The freedom to experience, to know that we are vast, multi-dimensional constructs with a very small part of that vibrating into this little human form, vibrating through this human form. So we are eating all the time, 24 hours a day. We are being source fed, and we are being given gifts from this vibrational matrix exactly as we need, exactly when we need it. And all we have to do really in our heart of hearts is just say, yes, 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 I am ready to experience in a way that's perfect for me the truth of who I really am as formlessness, pure formlessness, vibrating constantly through this particular form. Let me experience all its love, all its wisdom, all its power, all the truth that it holds, the vibrational spectrum that it holds, that is perfect for me. Yes, yes, yes. Lock this in. Make this my experiential truth. So we trust you've enjoyed this festival, this gathering, and that you are ready in your life to experience, really experience all the highest good, all that is for the highest good for you and our evolving world at this time, because everything we are is constantly influencing the field around us. So let's make our presence in this world, in this life, the most nourishing vibrational pattern that we can be, because it's not just the me game. We are deep in the game of the we. So source feeding is about freedom, holding frequencies that are nourishing for all sentient life. At least that's my reality. Namaste to you all.